This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather Ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, October 16th, is a ball player who played for the Philadelphia Phillies in this year's postseason before being taken up by the New York Mets. He's played for both Washington and Philly in his MLB career, one of the best draft prospects around, a 5-tool player, and left high school after sophomore year to play for college, so he could be drafted overall. At 18 years old, the number 1 overall pick. He made his MLB debut in 2012 at age 19 and actually got selected to the All-Star game that year. He's a Rookie of the Year. He's an MVP winner. Signed a massive contract with the Phillies and all that. But he's helping Philly out and trying to get themselves a championship. His name, Bryce Harper, who's now 32 years old. Bryce was born in Las Vegas and was actually featured in a cover story of Sports Illustrated in 2009 at 17 years old, saying that he's baseball's next chosen one. He would be the high school player of the year and get his GED in October 2009, making him eligible for the MLB draft in 2010. So at 17, he enrolled at the College of Southern Nevada in the Scenic West Atlantic Conference in junior college, where he was a catcher. And all that. He was decent and all that. In fact, one advantage for Harper's transition was that the conference uses wooden bats in conference play. So he would hit 31 home runs in 66 games. It was named the conference's Player of the Year. So, anyway, Southern Nevada tried to win their junior college World Series, but Bryce Harper got ejected from a game for drawing lines in the dirt. And because it was a second ejection, it was a 2-game suspension. However, he was given the Golden Spikes Award for Best Amateur Player. Kind of the Heisman of college baseball. No doubt about it, Washington needed a guy like Bryce Harper and couldn't let him go, so they made him the first overall pick in the 2010 draft. They drafted him as an outfielder, even though that Harper was a predominantly played catcher. They figured that his player development would be accelerated if he was an outfielder. So anyway, Harper and the Nationals agreed to a 5-year contract worth $9.9 million. Anyway, everyone was huge and all that. Harper was introduced in award number 34 for the Nationals because 3 plus 4 equals 7 for Mickey Mantle. So he went through the Arizona Fall League and all that. And unfortunately, though, he injured his hamstring trying to run out an extra base hit in August 2011 in Double-A. So he began the season in Triple-A with Syracuse. However, after Ryan Zimmerman got hurt, Harper was promoted in 2012. He made his MLB debut with the Nationals the next day against the Dodgers and grounded out his first major league at bat. However, in his third at bat against Chad Billingsley, he hit a double. He actually stole home plate against the Phillies one game in May 9th in 2012. So anyway, his first career home run was hit off of Tim Stoffer. It was named NL Rookie of the Month for the month of May and all that. Anyway, June 12th, against the Blue Jays, Harper hit a deep home run in the center field that hit the advertising banner close to the Rogers Restaurant. Traveled about 438 feet. After the game, a reporter asked if Harper would take advantage of Ontario's lower drinking age to have a celebratory beer with his teammates. Because in the U.S., you have to be 21 to drink. In Ontario, you're 19. Harper replied, "I'm not going to answer that. That's a clown question, bro." And it became an internet meme. So that was kind of weird. Harper actually was third for the All-Star final vote, and he wouldn't be going to the All-Star game. However, David Freese won that vote. However, Bourne would make the roster after Ian Desmond injured himself. So then they needed Harper. When Giancarlo Stanton needed knee surgery, then they needed another guy for the National League, and Harper was the guy there. He would struggle, unfortunately, fell in the All-Star game and all that. And people thought that Harper was becoming overly aggressive and all that. Anyway, Harper helped Washington get to the 2012 NLDS by beating the Cardinals and hit his first postseason home run. Unfortunately, though, despite up by 6 runs, Washington had a massive collapse, and at that time, Washington was known for their collapses. You know that. He batted only 130 in the postseason. However, he was named National League Rookie of the Year, beating Wade Miley and Todd Frazier for that mark. Then, on opening day 2013, he had 2 home runs against the Marlins on opening day of the 2013 season. He did a good job. After hitting 13 home runs in just 58 games, Harper was part of the home run derby. And he got to the final, but lost. In 118 games in 2013, he batted .274 with 20 home runs, 58 RBIs. But he needed left knee surgery to remove a bursa sac. Harper was injured in late April of 2014. He was on the DL and then came back by June 30th, 2014. In 100 games, he got 13 home runs, 32 RBIs. In 2015, he did much better and all that. He had a 3 home run game against the Marlins, and it looked pretty good. He led the majors in wins above replacement and tied for the NL home run title with 42. He was named the NL MVP voter by unanimous decision. So at 23, he was the youngest to win an MVP award unanimously, and became the first player in National Expo/National history to be MVP. In 2016, he did quite well. He walked 6 times one game against the Chicago Cubs. And all that. It was just amazing. He even got hit by pitch, so he went to the plate 7 times against the Cubs. And in that one game, but got no official at bats, because when you walk or get hit by pitch, you don't get an official at bat. All that. Anyway, in 2016, in 147 games, he had a .243 batting average, 24 home runs, 86 RBIs. Washington won the NL East, but lost to the Dodgers in the LDS, again choking. In 2017, he scored 32 runs, making him the most of all time in the MLB. He signed a 1-year, $21 million deal on May 13th, so before arbitration. Harper would have issues with Hunter Strickland. After Harper put up a pair of home runs against Hunter Strickland in the 2014 NLDS that saw the Giants beat the Nats, there was tension between Harper and Strickland. Harper was hit by a pitch by Strickland May 2017 and then rushed the mound and had a massive lunchroom brawl. The worst part was that San Fran first baseman Michael Morse actually collided with his own pitcher, and that concussion ended his career. Hunter was given a 4-game suspension, but was reduced to 3 on appeal. So anyway, Harper did what he could and all that. So he did that. And struck out against Wade Davis of the Cubs to lose the NLDS to the Cubs. Harper would bat .249 with 34 home runs, 100 RBIs, finally making the triple digits for RBIs. He became a free agent, and the Nationals sought to offer Harper a new contract, but he rejected 2 offers from them. Rumors were circulating that the Dodgers were going to sign him for $45 million a year. Regardless of that didn't happen. And in March 2019, Harper finally signed on the dotted line for the Philadelphia Phillies of all teams. 13 years, $330 million, which was the biggest contract in MLB history before Mike Trout's 12-year deal with the Angels. His number 34 was considered for retirement for the late Doc Holliday, so he basically decided to wear number 3. At his first press conference, Harper said, "We want to bring the title back to DC." He obviously meant Philadelphia. But little did anyone know that that statement actually was true, bringing the title back to DC, as Washington, without Bryce Harper, actually ended up ironically winning the World Series. So Harper technically was right. Anyway, he put up 100 RBIs in the 2019 season. Unfortunately, though, his team lost a chance at the playoffs thanks to Washington. Unfortunately, though, COVID happened and all that. Harper did play in the shortened season, batting .268 with 13 home runs, 33 RBIs. And in the first full season after COVID, 2021, he batted .309 with 35 home runs and 84 RBIs. He led the majors with 42 doubles and won a second career NL MVP award. Anyway, unfortunately, though, in May 2022, he was diagnosed with a small tear in his UCL in his right elbow. So he was not allowed to throw in the outfield for 6 weeks. Fortunately, though, the NL had adopted the DH rule, so that meant that Harper could still play as a DH. All that. He had a lot of things going on, all that. Harper in the regular season batted .286 with 18 home runs, 63 RBIs despite the injuries. Harper would help the Phillies beat St. Louis in the wild card series, and then they took care of the Braves, shocking the Braves, getting to the NLCS, and helping the Phillies do that for the first time in 12 years. And then hit a massive home run off of Robert Suarez of the Padres in Game 5 of the NLCS, meaning that the Phillies would take advantage and go to the World Series. Harper was named NLCS MVP. Unfortunately, though, he went 4 for 20 in the World Series against the Astros. In November 2022, he went under a Tommy John surgery for his ligament tear and was supposed to come back as the Phillies DH by the All-Star break. But earlier than expected, he came back, having the large arm brace. So 2023-2024 was okay. 24, he actually hit a home run off of Austin Adams of the A's, meaning that he's hit a home run against every team in majors. Harper would have played for the U.S. team in the World Baseball Classic in 2023, but he had to get injured and all that. Just had to get injured. 2-time NL MVP, 8-time All-Star selection, Rookie of the Year, NLCS MVP. He's looking pretty good. But let's not forget, his career's not over yet. He resides in Nevada during the off-season because he was born and raised in Las Vegas. He's a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a.k.a. a Mormon. He could have served a mission for the Mormons because technically between the ages of 18 and 26 you have to. It's not completely required, thankfully though, for Harper. He and his girlfriend were engaged and all that. And Harper has 3 children. A son who's 5 and then a daughter who's 4 and her third child who was born this year, April 2024. He's a fan of the Vegas Golden Knights. Well, come on, he's from the Vegas area. Anyway, he's huge and all that. Harper was the cover athlete for MLB 19, the show, so Harper will have some great moments in him still. I mean, Washington will always remember him for being a great player, but the fact is he didn't play for the 2019 World Series team, so yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.